Gee, it is now time for satsang.
Unmute. Oh.
I've never seen this place before, where I am. I don't know what to make of this. I'm on my iPad and I don't know what the hell is happening. Nothing I see makes sense. Except I see pictures of some of you who are here. Help.
We can hear and see you okay, I think.
You can?
Yep.
Yeah, and your host.
Now I only see the people that are talking. So all talk to me at once, will you?
Oh, you need gallery view.
Okay, everybody, talk all at once.
All at once.
All at once, all at once, all at once.
All at once. You're all here.
Hey.
Tower of Babel.
Jaya.
Thanks so much. That was so helpful.
It's about as helpful as we can get.
He needs gallery view. I don't know how
Okay.
to tell him
I don't know. And even if you did, what would...
This is quite confusing to me. I see 4 pictures at the bottom. And in the middle is a close-up of... Who are you? Well, it appears we're all lost at this point.
That's why we're here. Oh, I'm sorry. That's at least my mic was open.
I'm trying to get to a place I'm familiar with to see what's happening.
I think all the controls are at the top.
No, on the side. We're on an iPad, so
The gallery view button is on the left side.
tell him that.
No, I don't want to say anything because I have no idea what he's seeing.
He's on an iPad.
Oh, now I got it. Okay.
It's working better now. Good.
How do you feel this morning?
As I was listening to the chanting, my heart filled with beauty of the paradoxical beauty of going through great difficulty and knowing it's a gift that I can't understand. I felt myself sobbing.
I have no idea what you're saying, Tom. It's broken up.
Rather than reassemble it, I'll try again. I said that during the music, I found myself overwhelmed with the beauty of a paradox. I'm going through a serious difficulty in my family. And I can't understand that it's a gift, but I know it's a gift. So my heart started just opening up and I was crying. So that's how I am. Could you hear me that time?
I did, Tom. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful, Tom.
Thank you.
Well, I can see some of you now in little itsy bitsy squares. So let's begin. Why are we here? Just kidding. I can't think of anything to say. So just let's rest together in this kind of together nothingness. I feel extremely blissful, extremely happy. And for the life of me, I can't make out what's happening here. I'm on an iPad rather than a computer. How are you feeling, Mark?
Feeling good. It's raining here, so it's very pleasant, cloudy skies, and the sound of the rain is very peaceful.
Where are you?
I'm in Toronto. The weather's been quite warm lately. Today's overcast. It's very pleasant. I like cloudy days with some rain. It's nice.
So do I. Toronto is about 200 miles from Cleveland, right?
I don't know. It's not far from Buffalo. Or it's, you know.
Chris and Bernadette, just don't sit there. Say something.
I'll start because now when I came in this morning to the satsang, I felt the same old. I feel excitement, but I also get nervous. But today something is different in that underneath all that, I'm happy. I'm watching it, and I'm feeling the same old feelings that I've had before, like I said, of excitement and nervousness, but it feels good to feel that today. It feels happy. I feel this joy of these experiences today for some reason. It just happened. I didn't like make it. It just, that's how I feel. So I feel happy.
What about you, Eric?
What about you?
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good. Everything's good.
Jay, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you. I went to a memorial service yesterday for my sister who died 2 years ago, and the urn was sitting in the closet till all the family could get together from all the disparate points of wherever they were in the world. Yesterday was a perfect day. I looked into the, it's an urn, so the hole where the urn would rest wasn't cavernous. And I thought that's where we all end. I had my choice of cemeteries, but I also sensed that my sister was dancing around, helping us, to fulfill this moment. And it was exquisite. Perfect day, not a cloud in the sky. It was bliss and joy and abiding grace and absolutely exquisite, beyond words. There were no words, but Shakti was there and the life force. It was overwhelming. It was absolutely overwhelming, and I will be something. I pray for her every day on her journey, and I love life. I love that day. I love that service, and I love the moment because the now moment is grace, and I love. It was a demonstration of the manifestation of God's love in proportions that I can't imagine. Wow. Thank you, Edgy. I love you.
Adam, how are you?
I'm good. I love hearing Jay and Tom and everybody else and their respective experiences and their take on how they're experiencing all their different daily activities. I've been kind of going through the ringer myself this week with some stressful things. I'm just happy to be here and to be able to relax with everybody, and I'm trying to remember to not take things seriously in my daily activities. Remember, it's all just a show and it doesn't matter whatever happens.
Is that true for you?
Sometimes. I get caught up in things occasionally or a lot of the time, but it's getting easier and easier for me to kind of let things go and not get so caught up in the drama of living, but it's still a challenge.
Ian, are you feeling bliss?
Yes, I am, Ed. Yes.
How does it make you feel?
That's a rhetorical question, isn't it? How does bliss make you feel? Blissful. Bliss for no reason. That's the amazing thing. Like Adam talked about, happy for no reason. That's the miracle. That's the miracle. I had nothing to do with it.
Of course you did. If If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here.
Who, me?
Oh, your fault.
Yeah, you.
It's all your fault. I told you that.
Yeah.
Selena, how are you?
I'm okay. I don't know. Haven't really thought about it today.
You haven't thought about what?
About my feelings. Rushing around, thinking about many stupid things.
Jeff, what about you?
There's the unmute. Man, it takes forever to find that unmute thing. Anyway, I'm right with everybody else. I'd say I'm like Vesselina. I haven't really been thinking about it. I don't know. This last week, I just been like, it's been so busy and chaotic. I'm putting in a new septic system all by myself. So it's just like, and work and blah, blah, blah. I just haven't given a shit. I'm just like, I don't know. When thoughts come, I try to do the old who am I, which works. And but other than that, I just haven't been caring too much about anything. So I don't know. I'm just like, whatever. But I'm thankful for my dad, Ian, because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here.
Spencer, how about you?
I'm still here. I'm still alive.
What are you feeling?
What am I feeling? Right now, just a general happiness, maybe a little bit of tiredness underneath. Because usually on Saturdays, I don't sleep as well as during the weekdays. But I guess that's everybody. So, generally happy.
Mark, what are you feeling?
I'm feeling like a very, very subtle, low-level bliss. Nothing dramatic, but it's noticeable, but very subtle. I feel it coming in. It seems to be coming in through my legs, and to me, it's just like a connection to the totality. It's like, yeah, it feels nice, but I've had it much stronger at other times. But maybe later on, who knows? But it's nice. It's nice. It's nice, even though it's low level.
Cassie, what are you feeling?
I want to come to your place and find your computer cord. Where's the cat's done with it? Do they eat it or something?
How can you lose a computer cord?
Isn't it plugged into the wall? Where is it?
The computer cord is in two parts. There's an amplifier or something in the middle. And the part
Transformer
to the wall is missing.
Yeah, it's like a power supply. Power supply with a power cord on it.
It's not missing. You're missing the plug. Come on. Down a hole. Really weird.
You're sitting on
it. So I just want to do that, Ed. I'm concentrating on that. I'm finding it for you.
Mark, how are you doing?
Does that answer your question? I'm having a good time being here, I think.
What do you feel?
I'm feeling good. Like I said before, it's like a very low level but noticeable bliss coming in through it seems to be coming in through part of like my calves or something, and it's just a nice reminder and a nice relaxing. It's like it's so subtle though, but bliss is happiness, bliss, euphoria, whatever you want to call it. It's always nice. It doesn't have to be overpowering. So maybe it's because I'm here that I'm feeling it, because I wasn't feeling it before.
It's really hard a lot of times to talk about what's going on internally in myself or in others, because there hasn't been a lot of common communications about what the words mean that we talk about when we're talking about ourselves. Like, I feel blissful. What the fuck does that mean? I feel happy. Yeah, okay, but so what? It's easy to feel happy. Is there anything else going on? It's not important anyway. What's important now is that we're together communing. This feels so good to be here at Satsang, even though I'm on an iPad and everything is unrecognizable from the usual way. I feel so much bliss, it's hard to talk about anything else. I feel very relaxed also. And I think that's what allows the bliss to come in from outside. Because normally, my normal awake mind precludes bliss coming in. But more and more now, the usual world I experience is very different now. It's very impressionistic rather than what you can articulate on a minute level. The bliss I feel is throughout my body. And also my mind, which is absolutely not engaged now, and somebody's talking and it's not me. There's a whole nother world inside of us. It's a world of magic and also a regularity that allows us to do things in the world. If everything were completely random, we couldn't do anything. And what I feel now is a kind of bliss that grips me like a strong person would grip me. Grab me by the biceps, trying to shake me into feeling the bliss. But the bliss comes from the absolute stillness of my mind. And it's how people should live in bliss, because the mind is not interfering with the coming of the bliss. When the mind truly stops, although at first you feel emptiness, the emptiness soon gets filled with some inner experience of ourselves. Sometimes it's just like the touch of existence. At other times, it's far more massive, like a tidal wave wiping away all previous thoughts and ideas, focusing us on our own selves without words. You know, this kind of meditation that we're all taught by Robert and others, to be completely aware of ourselves and find out that we're not what we thought we were. And what we are is like a fountain of light. And in the center of that fountain of light is our feeling, our whole body feeling, which right now in me is absolute quietness. And I feel like I'm being held by a giant that stops any bad feelings or ideas or thoughts coming to me. I rest in my own beingness. And it could be taken, I experienced it a few years ago, as a religious experience. But now my mind doesn't really work much anymore. There's almost no difference between being still and feeling God within. It's a different dimension that's added to us when we practice spirituality. A feeling of the other. Which most often is experienced as the divine. I'm not trying to speak for all of you. What you experience in your stillness. But for me, it's a need to do nothing. Instead of just to be. There's nothing missing. Any reports to my being fucked up are utterly wrong. There's a happiness throughout me. And it changes. Changes in density. It changes in its relative location. Whether it's whole body or partial body or whole mind or partial mind. The strange thing is, now I feel complete. There's nothing that is lost or I need to dig up for to make me complete. I am complete. And as part of that completeness is a kind of bliss that grabs my whole body. I feel it most strongly in my arms, where it felt like I was grabbed by a giant hugging me. And I look down inside of myself and there's nothingness. And that nothingness is me. Another part of me. One of the aims of spirituality is to come to a place of happiness and bliss that is so transcendent that for periods of time it replaces our world. And all that we feel is the happiness inside of ourselves. And we want to just focus on ourselves and our feelings of our body and see what's missing. Is there anything not felt? There's a feeling of openness to any new feelings. There's the recognition that I have no idea who or what I am. I have no idea what's good or bad. Because all that I feel inside is the divine. It's like a constant state of love. But there's a kind of bliss in there. Felt on the body level. From here, there's nothing to do anymore except feel my own happiness. I don't have to see some guru to feel happy. I am happiness. And in this I am happiness, there's complete rest. There's nothing to do to make up for any deficits. Find something that's missing from inside. Just the entirety of the feeling of I am. Is divine. There's a quality to the feelings that I have when I feel this way, which is different than I ever felt before as a human. Part of it is my mind doesn't work anymore. It does everything it does from a rest state. Not a state that's focused on anything. Feels some somberness in the background. But I just feel the totality of me. And one of the qualities of that is bliss. But the bliss is not the most important part about what I feel. The most important thing is feeling complete and filled. Filled by a bliss that doesn't move. Yet it's permeable. As I pay attention to it, it does change. But like it doesn't matter because from where I am, it's only an epiphenomenon, not essential to who I am or what I am. And that's, strangely enough, the true person I am. Is silence and bliss. My existence now for me is largely physical. I feel my body all over. And that though different parts feel differently, they still feel like a unity. And sinking into the silence of this stillness, is an experience of total bliss in and around me, everywhere. And I know at times what has brought this on is feeling somebody speaking about their God experience or about the life of a saint. This experience of the world is totally outside of the understanding or the experience of the majority of people who don't take the time to work out what's in them. And this working out slows you down. Because at the most basic level, your body doesn't want to move. It finds the joy of being far more outweighs anything else in my perceptions. Is this the ultimate state? Hell no. There are hundreds of different states. But the one I'm most used to now is one of complete emptiness. Yet being filled with joy. It's a low-level joy because I don't feel like running around the house screaming about my happiness. But having sunk inside myself to feel the bliss of my birth as a human. My body is old now, and so is my mind. And it's my pleasure not to do much anymore. Because there's like a bubble of joy that's all around me. And sometimes that bubble gets filled with all kinds of things that are so difficult to speak of because no one's invented words for these realms. So we have to use words that don't convey meaning, but convey my experience of existence. In my experience, I am total happiness. And my world is very still. In this, I don't want to speak. Because whatever I say, this is who I really am from the inside. You can ask people who they are, and they'll tell you, I'm a child, I'm a gardener, I'm a barber, I'm a man, and all of these kinds of external things. But when you learn to live an inner life, those kinds of things are not important. What is important is the stillness of my own being. And how that stillness seems to capture bliss, rest, feelings of tranquility. There's nothing undone anymore. I am complete. You can only feel that sense of completeness once or twice before it begins to take root in you. And you always tend to remain at a more quiet level than before. You're merely existing. And you watch how that existence feels to you. And if it says anything, and it doesn't, it just is. And you can become that is. Just quietly resting in your own self. That feels usually centered in the upper body, in the chest, somewhere. I can feel my own life. I try to recognize whether it's me or it's something outside of me that I feel and take on. And my only experience verifies that it's me. I, being still, bring that bliss to me, my own self. And the bliss is very still. It's not the bliss of somebody that's happily moving around and doing things. This bliss of quietness. Becomes the happiness of existence. The joy of existence. The joy of feeling your awake body. But there's no mind there to disturb it. Typically, I'm very empty inside. And that emptiness itself is everywhere. It's like the nature of the universe is emptiness. And the quieter we get, the more we get filled with ecstatic energies. And at the same time, nowhere for those energies to go except to build up inside. Until we can't move anymore. We're feeling the maximum bliss possible. And when within all of that, it's my sense of I, my sense of existing. Not as a body, but as sentience itself. I'm aware of myself as sentience, as awareness. Right now, awareness inside my body is a large part of it. I also know that when you're in this state, you don't want anything else. You're total rested in your own beingness. And that beingness has become blissful from the silence. Seekers tend to have their minds and lives filled with seeking so much that they become like ordinary people. But after you've found yourself, there's no need to go anywhere. You're complete as you are, where you are. So this is a tale of personal salvation and how it came to me. In the stillness of my own body and my own presence. Over the years, it comes to me as a great deal of happiness, joy, from just being. No longer at all moved by a desire to accomplish anything. Resting in myself is the culmination of my life. To be utterly rested in my own self, accepting of my own self. No need to talk about myself, just to be myself. Feel this in you if you can. This place I talk about. For once you're here, there's no need to search anymore for anything. Because you're always at rest inside yourself. If you stop doing stuff, take the attitude of only now. There's no need to move to some other time or other body or other place. It's kind of hard to explain this. But when you're 100% comfortable with yourself, there's no need to speak, no need to think. Being is everything. in an arrested being, there's not much energy to do things. And yet we do them anyway because it's part of daily life. But we don't feel connected to it. But we feel most, or at least I do, connected to. It's my own sense of existence. I am. Not that I am anything. It's the fact that I am. And I'm happy in that emptiness. There is no need to move. No need to eat. No need to sleep. No need to go to work. No need to figure out anything. You're already done doing all that. And now you can just rest in yourself now that you found it. And you don't care anymore what happens. It's irrelevant what happens. You could die now and it makes no difference. You could part with your own sentience happily. Stay deep in yourself. Try to hold on to it. You are now at the root of your own life. You are now, as much as possible, in your own basic state. This place in you is even before consciousness. Can't experience it because that would put it in existence. This place is you, entirely outside of existence. But you're mostly aware of yourself in existence. But don't fool yourself, that's not you. What you believe to you is only a small part of who and what you are. I'm in a death struggle with my cat, who wants me to bring out into his world as he gently, with long toenails, massages my stomach. And he speaks to me with his heavy vibrations of purring.
I heard purring.
He's very content. He's working at becoming the sole focus of my attention by gripping me with his claws. He steps down. No need to ask questions, are there? When you feel this too, you know you're in good hands at all times. And you can forget about watching out for yourself. You can rest in your own bliss. You can rest until your cat comes up to you and bites your nose to get your attention. This is how you should mess around as much of the time you can. Exploring yourself in various states of consciousness and in various parts of your body, like the physical tension or absence of it. Because in you, you're no longer searching. Whatever is at this mundane level, it's all that you ever need. I'm going to let you go now. And for you to try to continue resting in this deepest state within you as long as you can. You want to get used to this experience of yourself at the most pristine level of your existence. So I'll say goodbye and just continue. Nailed tightly to yourself. Bye-bye. I'm making Jay my successor.